Hello everyone, welcome to Krishna's online lectures. In this video, I am going to discuss one more topic which is related to kinematics of motion. Here I am going to discuss equations of circular motion. So let's start the lesson. So if we want to define the equation of circular motion, so we have to consider one particle which is moving along a circular path, or if any particle is having circular motion, and that circular motion we are considering with respect to one center, that is called center of rotation. So if we want to define equation of circular motion, so these equation we define on the basis of angular displacement, angular velocity and angular acceleration of the particle which is moving along the circular path. So let us consider one particle is placed at one position, that is the initial position of the particle on the circular path. So this circle is representing the circular path and this center of the circle is representing the center of rotation, and this OA is representing the distance of the particle from the center of rotation. So when this particle is moving from initial position A and it is reaching the final position B, so this distance is generally defined by the angular displacement, or the displacement of the particle from initial position to final position we define as angular displacement, and it is generally denoted by theta. So this angle AOB is defining the angular displacement, and this angular displacement will be done in a particular time period. So let us consider time is t. So on the basis of this displacement, we can define another term that is called the angular velocity. So at initial position, let us consider angular velocity omega naught, and at final position, let us consider angular velocity omega. So this angular velocity we define as rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time. Now here on the basis of angular velocity, we can define angular acceleration of the particle also. So it is defined as change in angular velocity with respect to time. So here we have three equations which are representing the equation of circular motion. So first equation is defining omega equals to omega naught plus alpha t. So here we have omega, omega naught, alpha and t and theta also. Second equation is omega square minus omega naught square 2 alpha theta, and third equation is theta equals to omega naught t plus half alpha t square. Now how we can get these equations? With the help of simple relations. So for first equation, we are using this relation. We know angular acceleration is defined as change in angular velocity with respect to time. That is defined as rate of change of angular velocity. And here we are considering this change in velocity with respect to a particular time period. So from initial position to final position, whatever velocity change we are considering with respect to time. So here angular acceleration is denoted by alpha, and this change in velocity we consider as the relative velocity. So it will be final angular velocity minus initial angular velocity divided by time period. So this relation we have in terms of linear acceleration, we generally define this as v minus u by t. So v equals to u plus alpha t. This equation we have for the linear motion. Now if we are considering circular motion, so it will be omega equals to omega naught plus alpha t. So in place of v, we are considering final velocity, angular velocity. In place of u, we are considering initial velocity, plus alpha is the this is the acceleration. This should be a. Here in place of at, we are considering alpha t. So this relation v equals to u plus at is similar to omega equals to omega naught plus alpha t. So this is our first equation which is defining the equation of circular motion. Now the second equation we defined by this term, as we know angular average velocity is defined as angular displacement with respect to time, or change in displacement with respect to time. So here this angular displacement or angle traveled by the particle is defined as average angular velocity into time. So here this angular displacement be denoted as theta, and this average angular velocity will be omega plus omega naught by 2. multiplied by time period, so it will be t. So we will simplify this term. So this is this complete simplification. So it will be omega. In place of omega, we will put here first equation we have omega equals to omega naught plus alpha t. So we will put this term here omega naught plus alpha t. So after simplification, we will get this term omega naught t plus half of the alpha t square. So this is our second equation, which is defining the equation of circular motion. So third equation we will define by the same relation, angle traveled equals to average angular velocity into time. So here we are not changing average angular velocity term, we will change term time. So it will be theta equals to omega plus omega naught by 2 into t. So in place of t, from first equation, as we know, the first equation is omega equals to omega naught plus alpha t. So here we will put in place of t, here we will define the t. So it will be t equals to omega minus omega naught by alpha. So this term we are going to put here in place of t. So this omega plus omega naught multiplied by omega minus omega naught, it will be omega square minus omega naught square divided by 2 alpha. So our equation will be omega square minus omega naught square equals to 2 alpha theta. So this is our third equation. So here we have all three equations, which is defining the equation of circular motion. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can rate, review and share this video with your friends and your known people. And if you want to watch more lessons related to mechanical engineering, please subscribe the channel.